Hey, and welcome to English Coffee House. I'm Daria.
And I'm Chris. We're really happy you're here with us.
Get comfortable.
And let's start with today's conversation.
I had this moment yesterday where everything felt a bit shaky. Not in a dramatic way, just like my thoughts were moving faster than my body could keep up.
I know that feeling. Like you're walking, but your mind is already 3 streets ahead.
Exactly. And I was doing something totally normal. I was in the grocery store just picking up tomatoes, and I caught myself staring at the shelf like it was a hard math problem.
Tomatoes can be intense sometimes.
They really can, especially when there are 12 types and suddenly it feels like your whole life depends on choosing the right one.
That's such a perfect example of how it happens. It's not always big chaos. Sometimes it's very quiet, and then you notice it in the smallest place.
Yeah, and what's strange is I'm not always aware of it until I'm already there. Like, I don't notice I'm drifting until I'm in the middle of drifting.
So it brought you back in that moment. Did anything change, or did you just ride it out?
I did this very simple thing. I put my hand on the cart handle and actually felt the cold metal. And then I looked at the tomatoes again and thought, okay, I'm here. It wasn't magical, but it was enough.
That's interesting. It's physical. It's not a thought that fixes another thought. It's more like the body reminding you that it exists.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most reliable ways for me. Something sensory, texture, temperature, weight, even just noticing my feet.
I'm smiling because I do something similar with keys. If I feel a bit scattered, I hold my keys and turn them in my hand. It's such a small movement, but it tells my brain we're not floating.
I love that. It's like a tiny anchor you carry around.
Exactly. And it's personal. It's not like a big ritual. It's just a small truth you can touch.
Do you have days where you're grounded without trying? Like it just happens naturally?
Yeah, usually when my day has a clear rhythm. Not packed, but structured. Like I wake up, I make coffee, I know what I'm doing first. When I don't know what comes next, I feel a bit loose inside.
Loose is such a good word. Like you're not attached properly.
Yeah, and I don't even mean busy. Sometimes the busiest days are fine because they're filled with real things. But the days that are open and my mind fills the space with noise.
The empty space becomes loud.
Exactly.
For me, grounded days often start with something slow. If I reach for my phone immediately, I can feel the day becoming thinner, like it's made of notifications.
Thinner? Yeah, like it doesn't have weight.
Right, but if I do something with my hands first, make tea, wash my face, open a window, then the day feels more solid.
I relate to the hands thing. I think I've underestimated how much we need physical life to stay sane. Not in a dramatic way, just to stay human.
It's funny how being human sometimes feels like a skill.
It does. Do you feel grounded more when you're alone or when you're with people?
That depends on the people. Seriously, though, with the right person, I feel more present, like the conversation pulls me into the room. But with certain energy, like someone who's anxious or intense, I can feel myself leaving my body a little.
Yeah, you start monitoring. You're not just talking, you're managing the atmosphere.
Exactly, and that takes me out of myself.
I have that too. I've noticed with some people I become very careful. And careful can look calm, but inside it's busy.
That's such a good distinction. Calm on the outside, crowded on the inside.
Yeah, and when I'm crowded inside, I'm not grounded. I'm just contained.
Contained, like a closed jar.
Yes. When you said you touched the cart handle, it made me think of how grounding can be very private. No one can see it.
Totally. It's like a silent conversation with yourself. And I think I used to believe being grounded meant feeling confident all the time, like this strong, stable person. But now it feels more like knowing how to return.
That's beautiful. Not always being stable, but having a way back.
Yeah, because the drifting is normal. It happens.
And there's no shame in it. Sometimes it's just information. Like, okay, I'm tired, or I've been thinking too much, or I'm not eating properly.
Or I've been staring at screens for 3 hours.
That one.
I had a week recently where I realized I hadn't listened to music at all, and that felt suspicious.
Suspicious?
Yeah, like if I'm not listening to music, something is off. Music for me is a strange kind of grounding. It's emotional, but it also organizes me.
I understand. Music can hold you, especially if it's something familiar.
Exactly. Familiar is key. New music can be exciting, but it doesn't always ground me. Sometimes it pulls me somewhere else.
Yeah, familiar music is like returning to a neighborhood you know. You don't have to think.
And I think grounded moments often had that feeling. No effort, not numbness, just ease.
Can I ask something a bit personal?
Sure.
Do you ever feel ungrounded when things are going well?
Oh. Yes. Actually, yes. Sometimes when life feels smooth, my brain starts searching, like it doesn't trust the calm.
Exactly. Like you're waiting for the next thing.
Yes, and it's frustrating because you're looking at your life and thinking, this is fine. Why can't I just live it? But the mind gets restless.
I know that very well. When things are quiet, my mind tries to create a storm just to feel familiar.
That's such an honest way to put it.
I've been trying to notice that pattern without arguing with it, because arguing is also noise.
Yeah, fighting your mind is still living inside your mind.
Exactly. Sometimes what grounds me is something almost boring, like cleaning the kitchen, wiping the counter, the sound of water. I can feel myself coming back.
That's not boring to me. That's almost sacred. Not in a dramatic way, just it's real life.
Yeah, it's like the world is still here, even if my thoughts are spinning.
I think grounding is connected to ordinary things like food, sleep, walking, laundry. I used to think those things were distractions from real life, but now they feel like the foundation of real life.
Yes, the foundation. And it's funny because people can talk about big concepts, purpose, meaning, goals, but if you haven't eaten, none of that matters.
It really doesn't. You just become a grumpy philosopher.
Exactly.
I had this moment once where I was overthinking something emotional, like a relationship thing, and I suddenly realized I was just hungry. Not that the emotion wasn't real, but my body was turning the volume up.
That's so true. Hunger makes everything feel urgent, like every thought is a fire.
Yes, and then you eat, and the fire becomes a candle.
A candle? That's a good image.
Do you have a place that grounds you, like a physical location?
Yes, there's a park near my apartment. It's not even a beautiful park. It's just trees, benches, some tired grass. But when I walked there, my shoulders drop.
I love tired grass. That's so specific.
It's honest.
And I think the park works because it doesn't ask anything from me. There's no performance there. Just people walking dogs, kids being loud, someone jogging. It's simple.
That's a good point. Some places feel like they require a certain version of you.
Yes, like trendy cafes.
Hey, careful. We're literally in a coffee house, emotionally.
True, but you know what I mean. Some places make you feel like you have to look a certain way, speak a certain way.
And that can pull you out of yourself.
Exactly. The park doesn't care.
For me, it's the kitchen. Not always, but often. If I'm cooking something simple, chopping garlic, stirring soup, I feel steady.
Cooking is grounding because it's time-based. You can't rush a soup.
Yes, and it has smell, sound, texture. It's like a whole body activity.
Also, there's a result. You did something. Even if your mind was messy, you made food.
A small proof of life.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I think being grounded is also about limits, like knowing when to stop.
Say more.
Like if I keep scrolling, keep working, keep talking, I start to lose myself. But if I stop at the right moment, I stay connected. And the hard part is noticing the right moment.
Because the moment often arrives quietly.
Exactly. There's no alarm. No one says, now you're about to drift.
Sometimes my body says it though, like my jaw gets tight or I start holding my breath.
Yes, the breath is a big one. When I realize I'm breathing shallowly, it's almost always a sign I'm not fully here.
It's interesting that the signs are so physical. I used to ignore that. I thought my mind was the main character.
And the body was just transportation.
Yes. Puzzle, do you ever feel grounded through memory? Like remembering something that puts you in the right perspective?
Sometimes, but it depends what kind of memory. If it's a warm memory, like sitting with family or a calm trip, it can soften me. But if it's a stressful memory, it does the opposite.
Yeah, same. For me, certain memories feel like a room I can step into. Like, all right, I felt safe before.
That's powerful. Pazo. I also get grounded when I speak my native language. Even though I'm fluent in English, there's something about speaking my first language that settles my nervous system.
That makes so much sense. It's like home in your mouth.
Exactly. The words come without effort. There's less mental tension.
I love that phrase, home in your mouth. And I guess for me, sometimes grounding comes from familiarity in general. People, places, sounds, even the same mug.
The same mug matters.
It really does. I have this chipped mug that I refuse to throw away. It's not cute anymore. It's just mine. And when I drink from it, I feel like myself.
That's not silly at all. Objects can hold a kind of quiet identity.
They're like witnesses. They've seen you on normal days. They've seen you on hard days.
Yes, and they don't judge.
Exactly. Pazzo, I'm thinking now about how grounding isn't always calm. Sometimes I feel grounded when I'm emotional, like crying, but it's real, it's honest, and I'm in my body.
I get that. Grounded doesn't mean happy or peaceful. It means connected.
Yes, connected. That's the word.
Sometimes I feel most ungrounded when I'm pretending I'm fine.
Oh, yes, because then you're split.
Exactly. Part of you is acting. Part of you is watching yourself act, and that distance feels terrible.
Like you're not living, you're observing.
Yes. And I think that's why simple honesty, even small honesty, can be grounding.
Like saying I'm tired instead of pushing through with a smile.
Exactly. Or saying, I don't know when you don't know. That's grounding. It puts your feet on the floor.
There's something gentle in that, not dramatic honesty, just realistic honesty.
Realistic honesty. I like that.
You know what else grounds me? Writing. Not a lot, just a few lines sometimes. It's like emptying pockets.
That's a great image because your mind collects things during the day.
Yes, little stones, receipts, random thoughts.
And if you don't empty them, you feel heavy.
Exactly. Pazzo, do you ever feel grounded just by watching other people live their lives? Like sitting in a cafe and noticing small things?
Yes, that's one of my favorite quiet experiences. People walking, talking, carrying bags, looking at their phones. It reminds me that life is normal. It's moving.
It pulls you out of the everything is about me feeling.
Exactly. In a comforting way, not in a harsh way.
Yeah, more like, oh, I'm part of this.
Yes. Pazzo, sometimes I think being grounded is remembering that I'm not the only person with a complicated mind.
That's true. When you see someone laughing with their friend or someone looking tired on a train, you realize everyone is carrying something.
Yes. And it makes me softer.
Softer is good. Pazzo, it's interesting though. There are days when none of this works. Like you do the normal grounding things and you still feel a bit off.
Yes. And those days can be frustrating because you want a clear reason.
Exactly. You want a button to press.
But maybe it's just the weather day inside you.
A weather day. Like it's cloudy and you just move through it.
Exactly. And you don't need to solve the clouds. You just notice them.
I like that. Puzzle, it makes me think of how grounding can be gentle, not forcing the sun to come out.
Yes. Just standing under the sky you have.
And maybe that's part of it for me. When I stop trying to fix my feelings, I feel more stable.
Yeah, trying to fix can become another kind of panic.
Exactly.
So in that grocery store moment, you didn't fix anything. You just touched something real.
Yes, and then I bought the tomatoes. Soft laugh.
Which tomatoes did you choose?
I went with the simplest ones, the regular, boring ones.
That feels very symbolic.
It does, doesn't it? Like today, I'm choosing the basic tomato life.
And that can be enough.
Yeah, Kazo, sometimes the most grounding thing is letting the day be ordinary.
Ordinary can be a relief.
It really can. Just being a person who buys tomatoes and goes home.
Yeah. And then later, maybe music comes on. Maybe you cook. Maybe you sit quietly. Not as a big plan, just as life.
Just as life.
Thanks for spending this time with us.
We really enjoyed having you here and sharing this conversation.
Keep listening
And we'll see you soon.
here at English Coffee House.